Hello! I'm starting here today and not to the face cam because I had to move the face cam to film something for WB's homework and I haven't got it back in place. So you just get the desk today. It's okay. And then I'm just going to give you a warning from the beginning. You know, on Monday, if you watched Monday, I had navy blue nail varnish on and I was just going to keep that on for today. But one of them had chipped quite dramatically, and this morning WB said, "You cannot leave it like that. It looks like you've smashed your finger." I hadn't, I'd just chipped my nail varnish. So I tried to take off the navy blue nail varnish this morning, and my nails are so stained from the navy blue, they look atrocious. But there was not enough time to change to something new. So I should have just let you see the smashed up chipped one, but he told me not to, so I was taking advice. So anyway, hello. There you go. There's my disclaimer about no face and no quality nails today. It's all right. It's all right. I am, however, going to keep the promise of using this snowy paper, and we're going to do a 3x3 grid today. Yes. So hello, lovely people who've been patiently waiting. I've got Jean and Kay and Misty and Mel and Heva and Lori and Ladybug and Joanne and Corinne and Orangina's here. Yes, so let's do some scrappy wonderment today. Right, so we just have 2 live streams left for this month. So I've got this last background sheet to cut into today. And then whatever scraps I have left on Monday, we'll just pile them all onto Monday's layout, and that will be January's supplies done and dusted. So, to go with the snowy paper, I have Olaf. He likes warm hugs. So I've got 3 square photos today. Some with just WB, one with me as well, and it's Olaf. And they are printed at 3 inches square. Yeah? Elaine's like, why didn't you just remove the one that was chipped and repaint that one? You know, that was my plan, and then I got carried away. I went to take it off, and I didn't do that nail first. I don't know why. And then I was like, oh no, what have I done? Yeah. Okay, brain was not working. But on the plus side, the thing we had to film for WB's homework is in on time. It's done. It's not bad. It's all good. Yay. Okay. Grid layouts are Orangina's favorite. Okay, so we've got a 3x3 grid. So my sketching is A, wobbly and not to scale. B, relatively easy because he's gonna be 9 boxes. I don't know why this one's getting so much smaller than those. They're actually squares, okay? They are not all random sizes, but I guess you could do that too. All right, so we're gonna put title in the middle box. And we're gonna put the photo with both of us, with all 3 of us. That's a 3-person photo. It's gonna go there. And then this one we'll have to do here. And one over here. So you've got a photo in each row. Now you can add more photos. Obviously you can. I'm going to do journaling in this one. And I'm going to do journaling in this one. If I have overflow, I'll pick one of those. But the idea is then that this one, and this one end up being embellishment. But journal first so that if you need more room, you use one more of the, or as many more of the embellishment squares to journal. Make sense? Makes sense. Now, surprise, surprise, they're going to be layers here. So each one of these boxes is actually multiple boxes stacked up on top of itself. So I'm going to sketch that like this. That's what that means. And we've got a pattern in the background. You could do this on plain. You could do this on a pattern, or you could do it on a pattern you make yourself with ink. But I'm doing with snowflakes. There's my sketch of snowflake. Yeah? All right. So pretty straightforward sketch today. 9 boxes. My photos are 3 by 3. That gives me some space to have, margins and stuff. Okay, so there we go. And I don't have to change the camera to do my speech, but I still have to do my speech. So hi, the disembodied voice you hear belongs to me. I'm Shimelle. Hello. It's hard to do this not to the camera. I teach online scrapbooking classes, design scrapbooking products, and help you use them to tell your stories in a creative way. It's not just my hobby, it is my job, so that means any time on the scrapbook on the internet, even if my nails are a mess, it's considered advertising. And legally, I have to make sure you're aware of that, okay? So thank you for coming to watch my #advertising always, whether you watch live and you're chatty, whether you watch from Tomorrowland and you're quiet, whatever part of the watching spectrum you fulfill, I am happy that you're here and I hope you enjoy. If you don't enjoy my style of scrapbooking, then go find somebody who scrapbooks in the style that you do enjoy, because life is too short to watch a scrapbooker that you don't like. Cool? Cool. So if you want to find anything so that you could make something similar, so that you could scrap right along with me, anything like that, all those things are linked in the video description, and you can find everything that I'm using today, as far as I'm aware, in the list marked July. And then there will also be next month's list. It's down there already, and that is February. So that's everything I'll be using next month, which is a bit Valentine-y, but a bit not. Don't worry, I'm not going to do a whole month of Valentine's layouts. Although someone at the school gate did ask, as we have a whole month of dressing for Halloween and basically 2 whole months of dressing for Christmas, did we have a month of Valentine's outfits planned? And the answer is no, we only have about a week of Valentine's outfits planned. Just a week. It's fine. All right, so we have got a snowman. Now, obviously, you do not need to make this a Disney page. Have you had actual snowy weather? Do you have photos that involve actual snow? You can use those. I'm not putting like Olaf stickers on this, okay? I'm just doing snowy things. So, you can make it a good old wintertime snowy kind of thing. It's fine. So there are my 3 photos. And I did not bend and snap at all, because I don't know what's wrong with me lately. There you go. I'm going to do them all for your therapeutic Friday. That was a good one. Somebody comes along who's never seen this, it's like, what on earth? But I disappoint you if I don't bend and snap. So there you go, 6 whole bend and snaps. All right. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, I just went back to the comments and I could see that you were all on it. Shimelle, bend and snap, bend and snap. Okay, right, so let's see what we've got left here in supplies. What how can I arrange things on the desk? So I've got an oddball shape here. That's January. These were October, so no. I've got some craft there. Okay, put stickers and things over here. I'm putting the embellishy type pieces up there. Right, I've got these and this. This is not scrappy. Let's move that. Okay. I have still not used that. I don't know how I would either. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, butterflies. I think we can make the butterflies work with this. Who knew? Butterflies and snowflakes. And of course, Brussels sprouts. Okay. Nothing hiding under here, is there? Oh, there's rainbows. The rainbows are hiding. Okay. 1, 2 strips of rainbows. All right, so this is what we've got. Let's start with, so definitely want that in there. What about this cut apart? So let's just see what I could do here, because it looks like these two that are squares could certainly come into play here. But I think these are 4x4. Yeah. Okay, so they can't be a journaling box as they are. How big is this journaling box that's printed on there? See, that's the size I want. Okay, so I'm just going to take it down. Easy peasy. Can leave the tab at the top. It'll still work in the grid. All right, now to do. Oh, how odd. Corners, round corners, sharp corners. Okay. Not a bad thing. It's just not what I was expecting in my brain. Go all one or all the other. Sometimes you do that and you look at it and you go, no, it's too harsh. I'm guessing that's what happened with that design there. Okay, so I could have this maybe over here. And I could cut this one down. Perhaps. So, not sure. What's the B side to that? Could use the other side. Okay. Then this journaling card has the same blue grid. And I quite like this yellow and blue combination with the background. But this is 3x4. No, it's okay. We're going to just mix it in with a square. But I know what I'm going to do. Amy, if you watch this from the future, look away now. That's what I'm going to do. Okay. Right. What else we got? What else we got? So I'm going to cut a box or two of this butterfly to the same size as the photo. Got that. My embellishment ones are here, here, here. And a title in the middle. Okay. We gotta cut a bunch of these. Terrifying terrain. Oh, I've got a joke for you today. You know, there's a reason why I'm not a stand-up comedian. Can I tell you a joke about paper? It's terrible. Aren't you glad that I can scrapbook? Because I really can't tell jokes. But I can cut boxes. Stand-up comedy on a live stream must be so weird for people who are actually good at it, because the delay in getting a reaction to your joke is so long that you'd be like, what if that joke was horrible and no one liked it? Or what if they really liked it? You'd never know. Okay. So there's 3 of those, and I was thinking, can I get a whole box out of this? Let's find out. Nope, but I can get almost a whole box out of it, and I can do something clever with a corner. Jean says I should not give up my day job. Don't worry. Know your strengths. Mine is not comedy. It's really not. Okay. Do I have I think I have another little piece of this. Yeah, here. And it's already torn. So I'm going to make a little box like this. Let's just take it down to the size that I need. Okay. So I've got that as a grid. Oh no, the joke is so subtle that lots of you missed it. Can I tell you a joke about paper? It's terrible. See? It's not any better when I explain it. It's a bad joke. Okay, we're going to do brown edges today. Are we? No, let's do black, because I know I've got the craft in there, which is what made me think brown. But the snowflake paper in the background is black. Orangina is like spelling it out. Orangina, we're making a brilliant comedy pair. I mean, the world will not be able to handle us. Oh, nothing's stuck. Don't worry. I'm just figuring out what goes where. Don't worry. Too subtle. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, we've got a newbie. Hello, April in Melbourne. How are you? We've got quite the little Aussie crowd here, so hopefully you'll find some friends. Oh, I didn't do the one in the middle. But welcome to the random rubbish of Friday Live. Oh, yes. So which way will this one look right side up? I think there are butterflies going both directions. All directions. Oh, does that look better? So this one has like one big key butterfly, and this one does too, and they're facing up. So if I do that way, okay, the biggest ones are facing up. There are small ones facing down, but I think it's all right. Now, right now the pink looks out of place. Also, this is not big enough. So I need more pink. And yeah. Now, how does this pink look with that pink? They're a little different. They're from different manufacturers. So I could do something like that, but I'm thinking maybe I just keep to this here. Okay, so to make that the same size as one of these, and then I could put more of this behind here maybe. Okay. So let's cut this to the same size, the same height here. Sophia's like, I think we got to tear some more. Well, we've got 2 so far, but we got plenty more squares to work on. Don't worry. Okay, so then ink this. And what could we put behind there? Oh, let's put some of this green. Okay. So this is the B side to the butterflies. Okay. So then, cleverness, take the diagonal, line them up to make a new square. Then that can go across like that. Now, let's have that pink on the diagonal and bring the pink into this square here. So I have, must be this bit left. Yeah. Which I could put there. Ooh, our newbie April is entirely new to all of papercraft and falling down a papercraft rabbit hole. Well, it is a very happy rabbit hole, I tell you. And you are very welcome. Aussie crew, tell her where to go get stuff. I know somebody found Sparkle City in the clearance bin at Spotlight. I can't remember who it was now. And I always freeze up when I have to say names on a live because I worry I'll get it wrong. But yeah, I got a message this morning. I was like, oh, good find. Excellent. Excellent news. Okay, so we got the pink on that diagonal there. Let's bring this green in. Because it's there. It needs to be in more places, not just there. Slightly butchered corner over here. So I'm just tidy that up there. Then how can we work this into here, I think? And I don't even think we're going to need the whole thing. I think that. And stick it behind here. Okay. Now, how big does it make it? We're just going to bring it in like that. Okay. thought I inked the edge, but it doesn't look very inky. Let's try again. So I've got the green there. And then to balance that, that means this one needs green. So let's, oh, it's a, let's have a torn edge for here. Like that. Re-ink what I just covered up. Okay. Which leaves just this one that hasn't had another layer added to it. Got this yellow coming in up here. I've got yellow not from the individuals, but I've got this yellow that we used for my background. Ooh. Do I put... Okay. I was going to put it on face cam just so you could see my face of excitement. Punches. Hear me out. Snowflakes and butterflies layered on top of each other. Yes? No? I've lost the plot. Of course, these two things obviously go together. What do you think? Torn. I'm going to get some punches. Except it appears I've put stuff in front of them. Why would I ever do such a thing? Who knows? Okay, can I get to the punches now? Sort of. Not really. I'm gonna do a little moving. I pulled out these albums so that I could film some flip throughs very soon. But I put them in front of the cupboard. That was silly. Can't get into the cupboard to get to what I need. Okay. But look, I do exist. Flip through very soon. Okay, I can get to the cupboard now. What did the comments say? Absolutely yes. Snowflakes and butterflies, yes. Okay. Yes to hashtag excited. Right. What do we got? There's a snowflake. There's a giant snowflake. That's good for layering. Martha snowflakes, the best snowflakes, yes. I'm gonna need some circles and some butterflies. That's a bird. Maybe the heart might work too. That's a different heart, not that one. Where's the butterfly? Oh, you would laugh so much if there was a camera down here. Why did I ever put punches on the bottom shelf? The world may never know. Okay. Pink circle, big butterfly, labels, hearts. I got my little trio of butterflies would be the, yes, That's my finishing touch. We got everything I want. That one. Okay. So almost all Martha punches, plus my trusty EK for labels. These are just kind of plain layering. That's creating too much of a shadow, so let's move the snowflakes over here. Okay. Sorted, sorted. If you think Shimelle gets excited, then Vicky is going to be a whole nother level. Vicky is the one person in our whole little crew of people who've designed collections for AC. I think she is the only one who identifies as an extrovert straight up. The rest of us are all like different levels of introvert. So Vicky is indeed a whole new level. Right. Now. So I've just put the punches on top of the papers, but here we go. So I was going to start with some yellow. Let's do... Did I get all three? No. So we've got some labels. Definitely want yellow in here. I don't know what I'm going to do about that. The flower. So maybe I'll put something on top of the flower. And here, I think. Okay. Then we have some pinked circles in green. Let's have snowflakes in polka dot craft. That totally makes sense. Oh, there's some vellum stuck in here. Could add some vellum, by the way. I get 2 from this. There we go. There. There's a little snowflake is over here. There we go. Butterflies then in pink on top. Or maybe even some butterflies punched into butterflies. Let's see. I know that's upside down, but I'm just saying if I were to cut this bit of paper, could it be vaguely the right size? Yep. Sorry to your antennas. Oh no. There we go. For a second there I thought it was broken. It's not broken. Okay. But that's the only one that's that size. That's all right. What other scraps could we do? I could cut this floral into butterflies. Or Brussels sprout butterflies. And then I've got those rainbows too. What's the other side of this one look like if I punch it into... Do I punch this? Oh, I won't use this one because it's favorite spelled the wrong way and it's brown. So let's do them up here. This punch is on its last days. Needs sharpen. Go punch through some tin foil. Right. April says, Vicky's coming to Australia in November and possibly doing a class in... when you say SA, are we sticking with Australia and this is the Southern Australia abbreviation, or is this also South Africa just being in that hemisphere? Right. Anyway, would love to see Shimelle visit Australia as well. I like your style and you make designing your layouts look really easy. Well, thank you. I go where I am invited. So there you go. You want somebody to bring me over, you tell them that you want them to bring me over. I have no, I've been to Australia and enjoy Australia, so would happily go back for work. But yeah, I have to be invited. That's how it works. That's how it works. Okay, I got lots of pieces punched out now. I haven't done any hearts. That's okay. Right. I know that the photos are going to need something behind them to bring them out a little bit, but I have something up my sleeve for that, and I think it's going to be okay. I want to start here because I've decided I definitely do want to cover up the floral here. You don't have to, but I want to focus on the butterfly and snowflake motif, and then the flower is kind of confusing. I realize now that that means there's a floral here too. Oh, I don't know. We'll get to that one when we get there. Let's just leave it for now. So I'm going to do one there. Oh, good old punch layering. I haven't done this in a while. Oop, hello. So we're going to layer these so that you can't see the flower behind. So I'm going to have a big one of those and one of the big snowflakes, which I've just lost. Here it is. Oh, no, I was going to use this one here. Oh, I might put that one with the title. Keep it right in the middle. Okay, let's use a green one. I don't stress when I'm inking snowflakes. I just go around the edges and do it like that. Okay, so we're going to have this come up here. And then these butterflies. Papio in the center. And pull the wings up like that. So that's going to be journaling space like that. Now normally I might stack everything on the very top of the snowflake, but then I couldn't cover the shape in the background. So that's what that's about. Okay, then this one. I've already got craft, so I don't want that one. Where maybe I bring the heart into this one. So I can do, see, I've got that right next to it, so I don't really want to repeat that quite so close. So let's change the shape. And we'll have a heart and a butterfly. Kay says she needs to sharpen a 2-inch circle punch. She's already tried foil and is not working. I wonder if with a 2-inch punch, if you could sharpen it with like an actual knife sharpener kind of scenario. Is there a knife sharpener that would be small enough? I want something here in yellow. Oh, I could do the little butterflies. Okay. Joanne said, I thought punches were self-sharpening. Not really. So there's 3 things that you can punch through to solve various assorted small problems. They include foil for sharpening, sandpaper can also sharpen, and then, but you have to be careful because sandpaper can also just dull it, and then because it's softened the edges. So I tend to steer clear of the sandpaper option, but it is something that a lot of people swear by. And then wax paper for if they're getting too stuck and need to soften up a bit. Oh, it's not inked. Okay, so there's two. Then it's this one, this one, this one that we're originally going to get embellishment, but I haven't even opened the sticker book yet. So maybe let's have a look. All right, so do we have anything in here that we want to use, or is Monday's live stream going to be super sticker challenge? I think I have to use a whole bunch of clear stickers on Monday. Ah, I put it off. Oh, I need to film a little bit that shows you that as well. Oh, I could use borders if I've got anything in the right colors. They're not really the right colors. Ah, maybe that blue, the navy blue. Yeah. Oh no. Can you hear that noise? I was hoping they were done because I wanted to do voiceovers yesterday and I couldn't. Tree surgeons are here. They're so loud. It's too chaotic. It's like the border shape makes it trying to force order into chaos. It's not going to work. Okay, put it here in case. And the pink hearts that I pulled out last time but didn't use, they could also go into this, so that's not a loss. Oh, some labels and tabs here though. Okay, this pink label is the right color. This one. Does that green go with that green? It does actually. Okay, so we can have some of those. And we can have this one in craft. Boop. Okay, well, it's something. And over here. I mean, that would be funny with Olaf, but I don't really want to introduce the harsh black and white here. So maybe these could work. Oh, and in fact, they could work nicely in the journaling. So do 2 here, and I'll do 2 at the end of the journaling. Julian, you're funny. She says she is anxiously awaiting my title. She's at a crop today and really struggling with a title for a layout. Shimelle should take title requests and charge whatever she wants per title, and I would pay. So what's on your layout that you can't figure out a title for? Let's see what we can do. You don't have to pay. If you want to support the channel, go sign up for Use Your Bold Pattern Papers, which shortly will switch over from coming soon to completely there, because it'll be completely there. Just exciting times. Oh my goodness. Trees are dry. You are loud. Would I have done that if these weren't in the kit? No. But sometimes that's why we buy things like sticker books, because they give us combinations we wouldn't have thought about on our own. Then more labels here. That's not the right yellow or green. Okay, the rest are clear. What am I going to do with all those clears? That's for Monday's version of Shimelle to worry about and not Friday. I'm just going to leave it be. Okay, labels. Let's come down here. That one's going to go there, and it's just going to wrap around. Right, Julianne's got her layout description. Her photo is her 2 grandchildren and I who visited their dad, her son, at the hospital where he works and took him a picnic lunch. He's a doctor. Right. And have you already made the rest of the layout? What kind of motifs have you got on there? Trying to get that center top to bottom there. Right, pop dot in the middle of the butterfly. Butterfly in the sky. I can go twice as high. Take a look, it's in a book. Shimelle, don't forget you've got rainbows. I pulled them out somewhere. Here. Okay. I knew there was a reason that song came into my head. Okay. Other than the butterflies. Right, Julianne's layout has some Sweet Rush paper, 3 photos, embellishments to come. I like Jen's idea, just what the doctor ordered, because it's like ordering in a restaurant. Cute. Lunch on call, picnic, pick me up, and handmade Uber Eats are Sophia's suggestions. We've got Orangina with lunch prescription. Yeah, I really like that, just what the doctor ordered. That's just fab. Julianne says, you lot are so good. Can she put you all on speed dial? I'm sure that's totally how it works. It'll be fine. Go for it. But yeah, while you're at your crop, you can let us know. How can we help? Okay. Where can they go? No. It needs to stay on the label really, or it's hard to see it. Can I pop? No. Yeah, it needs to stay here in the embellishment spot. Or maybe I just do one big and one little. Okay. Boop. Okay. So now notice things going off edges here. I know I didn't take the label off the edge. I flipped it around, but that is on purpose so that I've got some layers feeling like things are stacked up. Right. Title. Oh my goodness. The sound of the chainsaw. It's just anxiety inducing. I'm going to do pink on pink, but then also craft. Crafts? We're going to do crafts. Oh, that's not going to fit. Hold on. Don't spell backwards this time. Spell the right way. So I was going with all caps here because I thought it would be easier to read the tonal, the pink on pink. Yeah, because there's not going to be the contrast behind there. If it was in big, blocky, all caps. And then my title's not going to be as awesome as that title. That was just perfect. But, take it off the edge here. But it's going to be a title that's very relevant to WB, so I'm cool with that. Or indeed, warm. It's warm, not cool. Okay, then switching back over to these letter stickers. Helen says she's trying to print photos. Anybody got any mobile app editing recommendations? Use Lightroom Mobile. It's got a little learning curve, but once you learn it, you can do anything. Yeah, Lightroom Mobile. For sure. Now, there is one more alpha in this kit, but what would it look like? What do we think? Mixing the clear with the not clear. Spacing's wrong, but I can move that in a second. I'm more trying to decide. Oh, Helen can hear the tree surgeons, and she says, don't take them a picnic. Seriously. Do we like this color? I mean, it does kind of match this light blue butterfly. Okay, so the idea, because if you don't know Frozen, Olaf the snowman says, "I'm Olaf. I like warm hugs. WB is like the best hugger in the universe, and so he's very much a fan of warm hugs. So that's where the title is coming from. They like warm hugs because they are both known for their hugging appreciation and skills." Oh my goodness, it's going to drive me out of my mind. Don't know how many trees I've got left to do. What do we think about all of these fonts together? That Y is too low now. How many times can I move it back and forth? Do we like it? Oh, it's not right top to bottom. But if I add something in here, it could be. Okay, is there by any chance a clear phrase in the same color? Yes. Okay, let's use this sunshine on my mind. And put it down here underneath. Or there's also You Make Me Smile, but they're both about the same size. So I think both of them mean that things have to move a little bit. I'm going to try the other one too. Here. Back in its spot there. Okay. Work out where to fit this. Here. There. Okay. Yes, yes. Are we happy with that? Spacing's better now. Okay. Phew. Good. I'm just going to have that. That's the only bit where the blue clear is going to come in, so I'm going to put this one back. Sophia just found pink circle nesting ties, finally, and never would have found them without the search term pinked. I know. Oh, no, never would have found them with the search term pinked. They're called now Decorative Frame 2, because it's a different brand. The one I got is an old Spellbinder set, I think. Yeah. I'm glad you found them. Oh my goodness. Bought them instantly and immediately before they disappear because you've been trying to find them for actual years since Glitter Girl years. And Glitter Girl years is an actual period in the scrapbooking universe canon. I love it. The Glitter Girl years. Do you know, every once in a while, you know, like how when you start to type a URL and your browser auto-completes it? If I want to go look something up on Twitter and I just put in TW, it will still autocomplete with 2 peas in a bucket. I'm like, but how long has it been since I used that website? Like, as long as WB's been alive. Because he was a tiny baby when they closed. Oh. All right. So we got some embellishment there. Okay. How are we doing for time? We're good. What are we going to put on these two here? So I've got a label. So I can do the same thing here that I did there, but with a different stack on top. By the way, next Friday. So next Friday would be the first live stream with the February kit. And then my plan was that I was going to do that. And then I was heading up, I'm going to Sherwood Forest for the weekend. And was, just like Robin Hood, yes. And I was going to get on the train straight after, but guess what there is next Friday? A train strike. So I can't do that. I'm having to go up on the Thursday night instead, which means I won't be at my desk on Friday morning. So I'm going to do the Friday morning as a premiere, which means it'll be a prepared video, but it'll be the same time, and I'll be live in the chat from my friend's car because we're going to carpool. Yeah, so still come, and the kit will go live same time as normal, just right around then. It might go a little earlier or a little later, but it'll be right around then. It would only just be on Signal. The plan is already all set. So yeah, I hope you will still enjoy that and still come watch in watch and chat, because I'll be there in the chat. And yeah. Hopefully I won't get like motion sick from chatting. Aw, Sophia still has a proud moment that she had a question answered by Glitter Girl. What was your question? What did my sparkly friend answer for you? I think I need more of the yellow here with my labels, which are under here. Yay! Okay. I'm glad that you can still come for a premiere. Deb, if you're sleeping, that's okay. You can come back anytime on the replay. A premiere goes onto replay just like the other live streams. So you can come back at a better time. Oh, looks like that needed to go underneath the butterfly. Okay. Ah. Sophia's question was one about not having photos for a story. Yeah, there was an episode about scrapping without photos. And interestingly, that came in as a request here as well. So the other day on Instagram, I opened up a little suggestion box to say what other topics would you like to see coming up? Because I'd already drafted out February's, but I wanted to see if I was on the right track for one thing, and to see if there was anything that you were all wanting to see that I had somehow completely missed. But the good bit is that we were all on the right track. So every topic I had drafted for February except for one got mentioned at least once in the request. So I feel like February's plan is a good plan. And then Harmony said she would really like a video about photo-free memory keeping. So we'll see what we can do about that sometime soon. Okay, and then maybe this one can have two. And they can fly up this direction. Oh, the tree surgeons have moved from one side of my house to the other side of my house. I think they've got the wood chipper to my left and the chainsaw to my right. It sounds like I must live in a forest by the amount of tree chopping there has been this week, but no, I do not live in a forest. Okay. Now, so this one needs something, and then I want to show you my last little hope for how I can make the photos a little more prominent. Okay, so things that I have left over here. I've got this camera sticker. I've got hearts. Did I end up putting a heart somewhere else? Yes, here. Okay. Got another snowflake. Got a green circle here. So both of these have another layer, one with the pink and one with, could I put the, no, I've got craft here. I could put yellow, but then I was going to just use the yellow label. Let's see. So this needs to go behind, yeah. Christy says that she loves this grid because hers are always wonky. Now, the reason, remember, nothing's stuck here yet. The reason why it doesn't feel wonky is because it is wonky. Yes? It's a little bit like the answer is more. So the reason why it doesn't have to be perfect is because none of these are, well, so far, I mean, there's not an exact square. So if things are hanging over edges, then it doesn't need to be perfect because it can't be. Yeah. So it's a lot more forgiving. Yep. Okay, and then butterfly on top of that. And Sophia says, you're not in a forest, but to be fair, most London streets do have trees at regular intervals. Yes, and it is something that I do really like about London. Before I moved to London, I had spent some time in New York, and I really felt like I never saw the sky in New York. And I didn't, aside from going to a park, you can go to the High Line or go to Central Park, then you feel like, yes, of course, you've got these beautiful green spaces, but not little bits of green dotted around. And we tend to have more bits of green dotted around. It's an official city planning term for you right there. Bits of green dotted around. And I do love a London plane tree. And that just sounds like I'm saying a plain old tree in London. It's Plane, and it's a type of tree that you see all over London. They're really good at sucking pollution out of the air, which is handy, and it makes their bark go really mottled, and in these like little patches of different colors of browns and grays. And so when you step back a little bit, or you don't have great vision like me, they look like a watercolor painting. And I really love them. My two favorite trees in Greenwich Park, aside from the week when everything's in bloom in the cherry blossoms and the magnolias, like my two favorite trees year round in Greenwich Park are these two gigantic London plane trees that just look like a painting to me. And loads of my friends are like, Shimelle, they're just trees. But I really think they're pretty. Yeah. Okay. So this does need something else. What have I got that I could put on there? Ah, that has that grid. It doesn't need to be torn. I could do with another piece that's angled like this. Just a tiny bit. But then he gives me a place to put that label, so the label's not just floating somewhere. You see how the embellishment goes over the edge? So this could go up here at the top. And then that's not adhesive, Shimelle, that's a booper. Okay. And this can come up here. It needs more, but it's a start. Okay. And I think I need more tiny butterflies. I got some more. Yeah, here. Dun, dun, dun. Kirsty didn't know that about plane trees. Somebody's lost sound. Oh, Julianne's lost volume. Refresh. She won't be able to hear me say that. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, it came back. Okay. Sydney is very green. Yes. Yeah. Although, I would say if I come back to Australia, can I come back when it's not 42 degrees? I have a picture when we went to Sydney. We'd been out quite late in the evening, so the sun had been down a long time. And I think we were at like where you pick up the boat near the Opera House, I want to say. And there was like a digital time and temperature thing on the wall. And it still was over 40 degrees. And I took a photo of it because I was like, it's in the dark and it's still 40. It was so hot. See, I was not cut out for that. Not cut out for that. Okay. Now, I think that obviously there's going to be journaling there. I think I am just going to leave this one. I know. I make no sense. But unless I decide it really bothers me, I'm going to leave it. But there is a little bit that I do want to do here. So journaling is going to go there and there. I could even add date and location here, I think. But see how the photos now have become a little subdued compared to all of these things that have layers. Remember, this yellow is just an accent here and there. It's in those photos. So we're going to make a little frame for each one of these in the yellow. And you could pick whatever photo is in your color. Shimelle. Whatever color is in your photos to just give them that bit of contrast and frame. And then they're not going to feel so subtle. Have a little pick-me-up, right? Two. Kirsty is homeschooling her 15-year-old who's just come out of hospital. All right. And Sophia will be your one of your experience. I bet we have other homeschool moms who come in later. So if you watch on the replay and you're a homeschool mom, please go ahead and leave comments and tips for homeschooling a teenager in the comments. I would say one of the most glorious things about homeschooling is that you can be child-led. And I know she probably doesn't want to be called a child, but sorry, student-led. In that you don't need to accommodate the interests of 31 other children in a room, students in a room. And so you can do more that links to exactly what will best hold her interest. You don't need to follow a set text. You don't need to you don't need to do any of the things that we do when we teach all of the kids all at once. And Kirsty, you're a teacher, aren't you a teacher normally? So yeah, step back from the stuff that you would have the habit of using because it's what everybody can get on board with. You don't need to find a common denominator anymore. She is the common denominator. So you can read the books that she wants to read. If you 15, you may be working from a short list if you're on if you're doing exam syllabus, but let her pick from what's on there. Yeah, so look if you've got to follow a GCSE syllabus or anything like that, you can still move it around. You can still go at the pace that she wants to go. Don't feel like you have to do a 9 to 3 school day. You'll be okay. Yeah. Okay, so see how the yellow has really helped? Makes a big difference, I think. Okay, a couple questions here. Jen is getting back into scrapbooking about after 15 years or so. Can I tell her who Glitter Girl is? Is it Shimelle? Well, she's my sparkly friend. That's all I can say. Has anybody seen us in the same room at the same time? I'm not sure. Okay, I think it's finally time for me to go ahead and stick these down. I had this one, this little tab, which I'm going to use to add a little bit of craft to here because all of these craft, but not that one. So I'm going to put it up here. Come on. Right. And then we're going to start sticking from the middle. If your title feels too subtle, you could pop up that whole box, by the way. Or if you've got one photo that's like super awesome and you want to draw more attention to it, then you can pop up that whole box. Cynthia says, I still think you should have Glitter Girl on as a guest scrapper with you. Yep. Kirsty, you're definitely on the right track. So yeah, have a look at that syllabus because you're going to need to follow GCSE so that either if she's going to do the exam on her own or if she needs to fall back in line because it's temporary and she's going to go back in before the exam. But within that, as long as you're not going to leave her stuck, which you're not going to do, you're completely competent with this, and you know from being in the classroom what kind of level is expected. And even if you have always, I don't know if you always taught one subject, but just keep in mind that if you did, the other subjects will have a similar standard of work to their mark scheme. So a C in English looks a lot like a C in history, looks a lot like a C in science. I know we don't use C's anymore, but sorry, that's a bit more universally understood. In case you were not aware, we went away from the letter system in this country. Now we use numbers, and that confuses no one ever. Anyway, yeah. Yeah, even if it's not the subject that you used to teach or do teach, you will be okay, and don't second guess yourself there too much because they've all got a mark scheme that have all been written that same sort of style. Yep, my grid is wonky and that makes me happy. Okay. Yeah. Oh, see, so we've got newbies who have only scrapbooked longer than WB's been alive, so they don't know Glitter Girl. Okay, but you can still find Glitter Girl on my main channel. If you go and scroll down, there's still a playlist with all of her old adventures. And I would say, like, go back and watch the first couple, then you could skip around. But, like, the first 4 kind of set the tone for what Glitter Girl was, is, did, all of those things. So Glitter Girl started through what was an online store called 2 Peas in a Bucket. And they had a message board that was very busy. But often the message board would end up not discussing scrapbooking because there were so many people there, it went quite fast, and there would be all sorts of other topics. And Glitter Girl's sparkly friend, non-sparkly friend, mild-mannered scrapbooker Shimelle Lane was a member of the design team there called the Garden Girls. And I had done a series the year before, a video series that had a video each month called 4x6 Photo Love. I'm going to cheat and add enamel dots to this, by the way. But I'm just looking for what color. So, no. Anyway, so I'd done that was monthly. And then what I noticed when I was, like, we'd publish our episodes when I was on a monthly schedule and then go back and try to engage people, what we would now call engagement, on the message boards to kind of bring people's attention, like bring the content that we were putting out to people's attention, so that we'd be like, hey, you hang out on this message board and you ask different stuff about different products and everything. Well, we're doing videos about that, so, how can I direct you over to see it? Yeah. And as the year went on, I started to realize, hey, the thing that this needs is engagement in the other direction. So people would be interested if they had some sort of context of, like some sort of interaction in making those videos happen. Because when I did my monthly series, it was all planned out in advance. So I knew when I made the first video in January, I knew what I'd be doing in December, because it was a really easy formula. It was 1 4x6 photo in the first month, and 2 4x6 photos in the second month, and 3, and so on. So I knew that for come December, I was going to have to come up with a page design that had 12 4x6 photos. Yeah, and those are all still here on YouTube as well. So then I realized that part of the reason why there wasn't a lot of discussion about those episodes after is because there wasn't something that was really pulling the audience in to give them some sort of involvement. The thing that there was we in 4x6 Photo Love, we had a guest every month, and I would pick those from people who did engage on the board. But I don't think that was like obvious enough for some people. And sometimes you get engagement from somebody who was super duper chatty, but like they hadn't figured out how to photograph their layouts yet or something like that, which was that would kind of push them out for being a featured guest artist, because you have to be able to make a nice photo of your work. Right. So then my sparkly friend had an idea of what if we had a series that instead of asking everyone, instead of just chatting after the fact, what if we took the video theme from the chit chat on the message board? And that's where it all came from. So every week, Glitter Girl would read all the stuff on the board. I don't like that. And then decide where she should take that. And so she'd pick one question that came up on the message board. And it worked, because people would then post more stuff on the message board that was like scrapbooky questions, like things that I could answer, or things that she could answer. So it achieved what it was supposed to achieve, which was great. Yeah. So yeah, every week she'd read through all of the message board stuff and pick something. Trying to decide what I want here. Let's put another one in the center here. Let's put the small one in the center here. So I've brought in that more saturated pink, which is here in the pattern paper. But here, I only have one set of green. I was thinking maybe use this. Oh, hold on. Okay, I don't know if I want one. Oh, I do want one in the center there. Okay. You might not like enamel dots in the center of your butterflies, but I do. So, okay, so I've got all of my butterflies now except for those two there. That's okay. I have dots, and I'm going to bring these over here, I think. No, I don't like it that separate. Keep it as bubbles, Shimelle. Right. Yeah, I don't have tiny ones left, so those two aren't going to get them. Okay, but I think that's it. Journaling, I'll go there and there. All good. Oh, yes. Okay, so while I was looking at that, I wasn't reading the comments. And yeah, so we choose the topic from there, and then the Adhesive Avenger, this is how he became known as the Adhesive Avenger. He did the voiceover at the beginning of every episode to read out the question and then would say, "Glitter Girl, can you help?" I don't know if he still knows how to do that. I bet he does. And then Glitter Girl would say, "Of course I can," and start the episode. And a lot of people think that my accent is stronger now than there. It comes and goes. My British accent was strongest when I was a school teacher in Essex because it got the mickey taken out of me if I did not sound as expected. But it has softened a bit since then because the school I was teaching in had a little bit of a rough accent. So it has softened since moving to Southeast London. Well, I'm south of the river, mate. So what we got? Any other things? Oh, Joanne's been watching since I was doing videos with banana frog stamps. And that was my first foray into product line. I did 5 sets of stamps. Marie first found me when I was on Paper Clipping, the podcast. It was all about scrapping. Yvonne says that Glitter Girl and the Adhesive Avenger made scrapbooking come alive for her because it was so informative. Well, thank you. But yeah, all those videos are still out there. Elaine, does your nickname need to be Treacle? Oh, Treacle. Yeah. Cynthia says, I could just ask her these questions. And then there's always the question of why does Glitter Girl not hang around here